tips rather than basic theory. So that is a good way to um, practice your coding skills, and that will give you the practice for you to face interviews. So we have incorporated interview-based scenarios onto our assessment as well. So whatever the activities that you do, they are related to the industry base. So we do a lot of data analytic techniques. We ask students to learn a lot of coding and some work on the real world, work on industrial level data sets. Then they will get that bit of experience in the professional world. Right. So this is the course overview, I think. And we also provide industrial seminars. So we bring industrial speakers from companies like Amazon and Motorola, IBM during the seminar. So they give talks on that and they will give you insight. I remember last semester, so we got a practitioner from AW Amazons and who given some basic interview tips. So it would be good to get those as well, because these people who worked inside within the company, they can give you a bit of hints, how the interview process work in Amazon, how the process work in Google. So you can get to know this type of inside information, because we bring a lot of industrial speakers to our curriculum. Uh, so these are some of the delivery methods. So we are running hybrid model, right? So we do recorded videos and audio presentations, interactive quizzes as well during our teaching. And so some of our lecturers are online, and some are seminar based. So you have to be on site to do those. So it's a hybrid method, right? So you don't need to be on site for the whole 5 days. Normally, you would tend to be on site 2 to 3 days per week, and then the rest you can do online. So and um, and we do a lot of simulations as well, the real life problems in our teaching. So, and we have a good Moodle platform for students to get in and learn the modules. So I'm just gonna give you a brief video. It's not gonna take long, and you will see how our virtual learning environment works, right? Rather than me talking, if I quickly go through this video, you will see what's in there. So I'm gonna play this video. Hopefully you will hear. Yeah, I mean, you have seen the platform that we use for students to do their activities. So we have a Moodle platform. So you've seen some of the activities there. So it's very interactive. So all the lectures are have their online videos recorded, so you can go back and forth and see what you have missed out if you have missed out. If not, there are plenty of activities that you can do within that virtual environment. So we have set it up for there for students. So digital platform for you to study. So um, and so that's that on our delivery. And let me quickly go on to the next slide. Uh, so these are some of the research we carry out. Um, so we do a lot of computer vision algorithms. So we have a group working on that. And so some students are working on IoT, smart projects, health monitoring systems, and some of our students are because some the our program some yeah. So basically, the computer science program, we have 2 years and 1 year program. So the one so all the computer science program students need to do a dissertation, which is 60 credits. So they gotta decide a project to do. So they basically decide from these uh, technologies. So either blockchain, big data, IoT. So they carry on with their dissertation project through these groups. So let's say if you are interested in doing a project on blockchain, so you'll be working with that team to um, do the project, right? So there'll be plenty of support for you um, to get in from this research group. So we have AI group, IoT, and big data groups for you to support. And not only that, we have virtual reality workshops too. We have a lab with head VR headsets. So we are using Eon Reality software to do our research as well as some of the projects. So it's quite interesting. So you can incorporate whatever you learn in AI, machine learning. Uh, so you can bring that knowledge to your virtual reality world. And there are some students who are doing some of the virtual reality projects and augmented reality projects with us. So this is quite interesting. We got a lot of headsets with us. So any students who are interested in virtual reality, plenty of opportunities in our campus. So you see some of the events we did with Eon Reality, and they are testing some of our headsets with the application. So if you are interested in building a virtual reality applications, we have also we also have that facility too, because and we did a lot of we are doing a lot of research on virtual reality and augmented reality. Uh, and well, these are some of our staff. Not everyone, but I just picked some. So you see, they are very diverse team and a lot of experience. Some are from industry as well, and some are from purely academic background. So we have mixture of um, staff from industry as well as the academia. And some of the research that we do in our campus, in our programs, automotive, wireless, agriculture, retail, and finance. So these are the research sectors research that we're working on. So it's not IT, but it is well spread around with the other sectors too. That's why it is really good to have a data science, because this skill set you can apply to any sector. And on here you will see some of the universities that we closely working with, and also the companies that we are closely collaborating with, right? So on the left side you see the universities. So we're not working with the London University, but we are also working with the international universities, outside London, international universities too. So you see some of them are City University, that's India, and some Middle East, some Sri Lankan, and some African nation universities too. So it's really the work that we do and the programs we do here are very collaborative. It's not basically centered to York St. John's, but we work with the other universities too. And on the right-hand side, the companies that we closely work with: Amazon, Jaguar, Rivian, IBM, Motorola. And you will see time to time some of the speakers will come and do their talks and some workshops. So I mean, you would get the opportunity to meet these people as well. Uh, and this is some of the projects that it's one of the projects that we did with Jaguar Land Rover. Basically, we worked on the headlight system on Jaguar Land Rover, giving them an algorithm to detect the oncoming and proceeding vehicles. So you see, you would work on the headline beams. So when you see a incoming vehicle, they will drop down your high beam to low beam. So if the vehicle is pass, if there's no vehicle on front, then they will put low beam to high beam. So those sort of algorithms we work on using AI and ML. So these are some of the projects that we do with the industry. And again, this is the number plate recognition software we did with some of the Middle East companies with. So we decide the number plate recognition as well as the facial recognitions to a vehicle. And this is mainly we collaborate with Motorola. So I'm not going to talk into that. We are running out of time, and then we'll give some things for you. This is as a project that we are doing on the blockchain for supply chain management. And you see we use blockchain technology research to identify the routes path. So let's say, when you go and buy something from the supermarket, so we have researched out, and we have given solutions to those equipments or whatever the grocery shop in the supermarket, where it came from, and all this and through the blockchain technology. So yeah, these are the stuff. And also we're working on the smart city concepts. Now, I'm not going to go in detail onto this, but there are a lot of things that we do in our London campus, and it's quite exciting place. I think it would be really good for you guys to have hands-on our programs, and that will give you a good skill set for you to do your future job. Thank you very much. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. Halima, you are on mute.
Right. Thank you so much. That was a detailed and insightful presentation. And I think a couple of people didn't have enough questions for this. I think I also have one question too, and I'd really appreciate if you have questions, please put it in the text box so I could actually push it out. So for my own question, I think I would like to find out for those who didn't have the background for data science or computer science, how would they be able to go into it?
Rephrase the question. Sorry. How would they go? Yeah, I just missed out the last piece.
Well, okay, I'll take it up again. How can an individual with non-technical background transition into a career in data science or computer science?
All right. So if they want to come to data science, so for us, to data science, so you don't need to be a mathematician to become a data science, but having mathematics is good. It's an added skill, but basic mathematics skills plus the basic computer science skills would get them into the data science. But again, you don't need to be a programmer or a mathematician to get in data science. Nowadays, we got a lot of tools in hand. So we don't need to know the statistics, in-depth statistics to become a data scientist, but some sort of a math background just to get your head around and also a little bit of computer literacy with the coding and the programming would get them onto the data science. But again, it involves a lot of hard work too, because on the way, so if you were to take our courses, you've got to practice a lot. The tools, basically, you need to get familiarized with the new tools, because that's what the industry looking for.
Okay, thank you. I think I also have another question, and this question goes, I think although you had actually spoken about it, but I think I'll just put it out. Could you please elaborate on the primary companies the university ensures students receiving valuable industrial experience as part of their data science program? So this person is trying to find out the companies you're in partnered with or you're partnered with that will actually give them insights on the courses for data science.
Yeah, actually, we work closely with industry because most of our lecturers are no, most of our lecturers are coming from industry too. So they will have the insight too. So they will perhaps prepare students on interviews, like what sort of questions they get, and we normally prep them before we go to the interviews. So it doesn't mean that if you send 100 students, all of them get the jobs. It's from your side, you gotta of course brush up your skills and everything and a good result. And same time, we give our 100% for them to prepare for those of you who are interested and ready for to reach those companies. We of course support them on their interviews.
I have another question. Are internships guaranteed?
Internship, sorry.
Yes, are internships guaranteed?
Oh, no, they are well. So we are not no, there's no guaranteed on anything, but there's a path. Like we have 1 year and 2 year two programs within computer science and the data science too. So those of you are going for the 2 year program, um, either they can find their own job. We help them to find. There's a careers and employability team who would support on that. And also, if the students who can't get in to a industrial placement, then we run a Metaverse employability program within the second year. So they will bring people outside and prep for them for the industry or the job market. So these are the things that we run. But from my experience from computer science, data science, so there'll be most of my, well, we had three badges, previous badges who had no problem of finding jobs. If you are good enough, I'm not saying 100%, but most of the students are from computer science. If they're willing to put their hard work, they got the jobs. Because I know, because I do a lot of referencing for the students, so I know how many students that are going for the industry. So yeah,
Okay.
it's your own dedication too, not only from us, but we have given more opportunity, and that's a big market for computer science and data science in London. So there's no doubt about it. It's if you put hard work in it, then well, it's easy. Not like the MBA or other programs. So for computer science, there's a high chance of getting jobs.
Okay, thank you. I have a question from Victor. He would like to know what stack of programming languages will be used for computer science students.
Yeah, mainly the Python programming language.
I also have another question from Gumbo. How much support is provided for students for their for dissertation if the project idea is ambiguous in scale?
Yeah,
For
I mean,
example, if the project requires large amounts of data, will the university be able to help with gathering this data?
yeah, well, so if they have the large amount of data, we have the hardware to perform that. Uh, but also just to bear in mind, we have the GDPR issue. If the data is coming from a valid source, we can support with the big data. And we have a high performance computer back in York, so we have access to that. And we have the cloud platform to support big data. If the data is coming from a genuine source, so the university should be able to help processing the data. And there we have a good team, dissertation team. You will be assigned to a supervisor and a co-supervisor for your during your dissertation project. So you will be well supported.
Okay. All right. So I have another question. I have a background in economics, but I have a 2-year experience in data science. I'm currently working as a data analyst for a startup in Nigeria. Will I be able to get an offer to study data science in YSJ? That's in.
Yeah, good question actually, because the requirement that we set it up for data science for the requirements are like, either you got to have a computer science background degree for bachelor's, we have also granted students who have industrial experience on similar subjects, like, it doesn't have to be computer science or engineering, but if you have industrial experience who worked on as a data analyst, but show that skill set within their CV, and if they can validate that work, they have used that Python or data science and all these things that they have used in the industry, then they can get in. Because yeah, so the basic requirement is to have a science related degree, plus yeah, science related degree to get in. But we also consider candidates who are with the industry experience, but that experience should in line with our requirements, like Python skills, data science skills, AI, machine learning. So yeah, we are checking the activities, what they have done during their industry placement or the workplace.
Thank you. I have a question from Raj. He wants to find out how the students are assessed through assignments or exams.
Yeah, I mean, we all assess through a assignment based, but we don't have any face to face so exams. So mainly you're going to do a final assessment, and then they need to work on that assignment. So there is no face to face exam that you do it on your first degree. So it's all assessment based.
Right. So I have a question also from Andres. I studied 1 year of data science elsewhere. Would YSG recognize it, considering it has most of the same models?
Yeah, if you study data science in some universities, it would be a good. So that's they. I think he comply the requirements.
Okay. I also have another question. You mentioned that the data science courses use Python for the computer science course. How much freedom is there with the languages and tools?
Yeah, I mean, for we mainly ask students to use Python because uh, it is the current ongoing language that the industry will look for, right? So they can use the tools, of course, but when they do their assignments, we specifically ask them to do it in Python rather than using other tools, because when you go to an interview, they will assess through Python coding. So that's why we put Python onto our curriculum. We check the coding skills from Python purely because of the industry standards.
All right. I also have another question. Are York St. John University data science programs accredited?
At the moment, we have not accredited with charter management or anything, but we are planning to accredit it. We get accredited because we are new campus. Even though we created data science program last year, so we are on the second semester. So we are planning to get the accreditation from IEEE and IET soon. But at the moment, no.
Okay, I have another question from Victor. What are those doing? Okay, what of those doing a 1 year data science course? No industry preparation for us.
Yeah, I mean the difference between 1 year and 2 years. So the 1 year course they would teach 6 months teaching materials, and then 6 months they're working on the applied research project, right? But when you first start, you can start off the your project. So you don't need to wait 6 months to do your project. Once you start your journey with your seniors, you will be allocated, assigned with a supervisor, so you can start your project immediately. And then after a year, so you finish it off. By then, you already have finished it. Now, for the 2 year program, they have the chance to take that project to your second year too. That's what most of the students do, because they are working meantime. They get a job and then they work in industry, and then the rest of the times they work on their dissertation, and then we monitor them.
All right, thank you very much. I also have another question from TA. Do the projects completed count for project students can showcase as part of their portfolio of projects completed?
Sorry, I did not get the question. Sorry.
Well, I think it wasn't probably phrased well, but do the projects completed by the students, can it be showcased as part of their portfolio for projects completed? Could it be part of their portfolios?
Oh yeah, most of the students they use their yeah, they are using that project as they can put it into their portfolio, and then they can carry on and to showcase during the interviews too, because most of the projects that we do have they are related to industry. So some of the data set we get from industry too. So they can put them in their CV as an experience as well. And sometimes you may get to visit those sites. So if the project is related to British Sugar, for example, so they tend to go and meet the industry people there. And this happened last semester. There were a couple of students who were working with British Sugar. So they went on site, and then they get their training there as well. And the good thing, and we have the student as a researcher activity too, and that will give a student a limited budget, like 500, 600 to do a research project. So that will be provided by the university. So the the good performing students will get a chance to getting into that, and then they get the money to do the project as well. And previously, most of the students, after their dissertation, they are through this we call it student as a researcher. So they most of them finish their projects. They can either publish. We help them to publish in a conference. So also there's every year there's a conference um, held by the York St. John's main campus. So we ask students to go and present their work because there's a budget for that too. So so last year we had 7 of them student as a researcher. So we we pick best students, and then we ask them to well, best students, as well as they we have to have the consent. If they are happy to do the project, of course we will assign them to do the project. And most probably either the project work will get published, or it would go towards a company. So, and it will open up opportunity within that company.
Thank you so much. I also have one more question, and um, what support is offered to postgraduate students?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, we give support to a dissertation, especially because that constitutes 60 credits. So that's like three modules. So we have a main supervisor and a co-supervisor to support on your dissertation. We have the academic tutor allocated for students to talk other issues like not related to academic, but they have any other issues, they can reach them. And there we have a good student support service at university too. So the teams that who could support them on the other things apart from academics.
All right. Also, what support is also offered for students post graduation?
There's a post graduation. There's a employability service there, and there are and that they will give like they will prep prepare students for their interviews, and then they set up a lot of activities during the careers week. So they bring companies to the universities and students can attend them. So and there's a language, so presentation skills, those sort of things that they teach during those careers week. And this is throughout the year actually. If the student wants to get into these workshops, there's a way they can register and get involved.
Okay, thank you so much. I think probably this person joined probably later. There's a question on salaries. What are the typical salary ranges for professionals in data science and computer science field?
Yeah, I think I addressed it on the third or fourth slide. So uh, it depends, with the 2 year experience with the data scientist currently going at 67 to 80, you can search it, but it doesn't mean that, you just graduate and you just go and get like a 67K. It would not happen. So if you have the 2 year, 3 year experience, you will get it. But they're looking for early careers. Well, the newly fresh graduate too, but there's a graduate process that we tell them during the course, what you need to prepare and what you need to learn, and what sort of skills that you need to have. And well, so starting salary for a data analyst, it would be 35 to 40, I would say. So without any experience, but then again, there's a interview process too, 3 or 4 rounds of interviews. So they will test your ability in different ways, presentation skills, analytical, and also your coding skills is the main thing. And they are looking for Python developers mainly on data science. So that's why we put Python as the main language for our programs.
Okay, so I have a question. Can someone doing computer science switch to data science?
Yeah, I mean, we have two programs. One is the computer science and data science. In computer science, we also have some modules from data, similar to like AI module is there in the computer science. Um, so computer science students also learn bit of AI and machine learning in their course. So, but data science is purely focusing on the for the data science and AI market, because all the modules are related to machine learning and AI and generative AI.
All right, thank you so much. Um, I think we've exhausted the questions. Yes. Do we have more questions coming in? Okay, I think I have one more coming. How does Yox and John stay informed about the industry trends and employer needs to continuously enhance its data science program?
Say that again. Sorry, I did not get it.
Right. How does York St. John University stay informed about the industry trends and needs to an employer needs to continuously ensure that its data science program, how are they in tune with what is going on, what's trending for them to actually know what the employer needs? I think
Yeah,
that's what the
exactly.
question is actually saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think I addressed some of them during my presentation. So we have industry informed seminar during our teaching week. So the people who are working in industry will come to our university and they do um, talks as well as the workshops. So the students can get into that workshops and then they can have chat to the industry people too, so they can get insight on that particular industry. So if they are coming from Amazon, so the students will have the opportunity to meet them and talk with the industry people, and the career service have their own uh, other events as well. So bringing a lot of people from industry, and during the careers week, there are so many activities. Student can go meet the industry people too. So that is happening on that side. And from our perspective as academics, we also we also update our program. So all of our program modules are linked with the industry. So when we set up our curriculum or the module spec, so we talk with the industry leaders, and we always update refresh our modules. Every 3 months, we update our module specs and delivery methods according to that. So because we are closely working with the industry. I think you're on mute.
Yes, okay. I think we've exhausted our questions. Thank you so much. Um, well, I'm trying to see if I can get more questions in. Okay, but welcome, Roosevelt. You're welcome on board.
I've been
So
here.
let
I've
me
just
hand it
been
over to
listening.
Roosevelt.
No,
Oh
I've been
yeah.
here. I've just been listening. Well, thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for taking out time to, explain all of these to our students. I mean, coming from an academic, I think it's very helpful. Well, thank you so much. I think we would allow you enjoy the rest of your evening, and then we'll just take it on from here. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rusman. Thanks, Halima. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, have a wonderful weekend. All right, bye.
Hello. Hi, Alima. All right, guys. Thank you so much for attending, and enjoy the rest of your evening.